Dear mentor, I would like to thank you for everything you did for our club and for our friends at this festival. It was something truly unique and unusual. Very special. Especially because I didn't even know you would be here. And in a magical way, everything worked out so that I have met you. You felt me. You saw that I needed help. You appeared at the state of my life and helped me access things clearly. Gave me strength to make a decision, the determination and power with myself. All of that just in 2 days. It was very powerful, very magical, you could say. It was so full of spiritual strength. And just like you say, the spirits speak to you and you pass on that information. I could truly feel that connection, the one I've always felt inside of myself. Yes, it has always been with me, but everything has become very clear, and there is no doubt anymore. How are you able to do that?
When I arrived here, I felt that the higher powers and spirits wanted to help. Every woman is a hidden power. In my spiritual education, studying in the spiritual school, learning spiritual knowledge, I understood that in you and every woman there's a huge hidden power. But because of the programs that a woman is raised in, this power is not revealed and remains hidden. Even the ability to simply tell yourself that I am a woman and I can feel what the ideal man is for me, from a perceptive and intuitive version of myself, to feel it and then shape my thoughts in a way that I can confidently choose a man who is right for me, a man who is a worthy person, who can love me deeply, who is capable of caring for me, protecting me, loving my children, and protecting us. This inner mindset that you create for yourself, it changes everything. This is why I went out to nature and communicated with the higher powers, connecting with the spirits of this place. I connected with the spirit that has guided and helped me throughout my life, calling upon these forces, and I simply tried to pass this on to you during our communication, and to pass it to you personally when you came to the individual session. This was not, of course, a seminar, but simply a meeting. I am grateful that you and about 50 to 60 other people could feel this and gathered into a collective field. During that group session, we all felt that we could resolve some of our situations and problems in our lives. When you came to the individual practice, I was able to look only at you. For with a group of people, I am looking at everyone together to see how it is going for them in the practice. But when you came individually, I was able to see that, you have this situation, these connections, these energetic ties. The first thing I noticed that there are these programs running in your mind. And with my shamanic methods, I started to shake these old thoughts from your head, to remove and dissolve them with the power of love, so that you can start to retrain yourself in the way that you think. I have these weak beliefs that I'm a woman who has to endure this person's abuse, his nagging me, his restrictions, his thoughts that I'm unworthy or that I'm doing something wrong. Always taking care of him, nurturing him. He directs all these thoughts onto the woman. A woman gets used to it, lowers her defenses, and forgets that she is a flower. All these programs need to be removed, broken down, and thrown off. When I did this with you, you immediately felt such a rush of euphoria that yes, I can.
Yes, it was right after that one clearing practice that I felt something special. I walked down the little hill from the place where the practice was, where other events have been held. And there was a moment where everyone was standing in a half circle and each person had to walk from one end to the other, step into the circle, but do it with presence, do with impact, with courage. But the funny thing was, I ended up being the last one by accident. The music had already stopped, and then someone asked me, well, do you want to? And I said, yes, yes, I do. Then I gave myself permission to go and dance the way I wanted to. It didn't matter how others would look at it or think either it was beautiful or not. It was so interesting just to dance freely, shake my head, and not worry about what the others might be thinking. Yes. This happens right after the practice with you.
So that's why they greeted you so loudly after the practice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now we know why I was so loud.
Yes, yes. I noticed that moment, how it all happened like that. I'm curious, what do you think about signs, about coincidences? For this weekend, I knew I had to be here. And my friend told me that when you are on the right path, you get a lot of supported signs and coincidence, magical moments. What do you think about that?
In this moment, the subtle light forces are giving me a sign. Spirits and angels, right now they're sending me a message for you and for everyone. When such a release of power and energy happens, it needs to be directed to something. After the session, after the meeting, the first practice with the mentor, the shaman, there's a moment when energy opens. This is how your courage appeared. You didn't stop and think before you stepped out in front of the group, and you boldly expressed your beauty, your feminine nature, your essence. You showed yourself and felt how wonderful it is when so much energy flows through you. When this energy arises, it is very important to direct it to something. In our lives, it's important to be able to guide this energy, to understand it, and to know how to guide it. Very few people know that it is important to direct energy whenever you do something. Whether you are resting, having just finished yoga, taken a walk, had great sex, or experienced something like a good movie or something else positive. After these experiences, you need to direct this energy to something. This energy should be immediately focused. But focused on what? On knowledge. I need to understand what to do now to feel good all the time. To create such a good mood, such a spell, that when good energy appears in me, I will certainly direct it in a good way. For most people, when does their energy rise? It rises when they argue with each other. First they are passive, then they don't like something, their viewpoints clash, then they start getting angry. Energy rises immediately, and people begin to destroy each other, directing energy against each other. But in a spiritual sense, when energy rises, you need to direct it towards something positive, which is why I always say, direct this energy into meditation. Your energy rises after having a session with the mentor. You do something active, energy rises, then you eat, dance right away. If energy should arise in a negative way, say there's some clash or conflicts of opinions, the partners, the men and women need to do a meditation. She does her meditation. He goes to a valley somewhere and meditates, jumps around and prays. Then they both have calmed down. Only after this do they meet, pray together, and ask each other for forgiveness. This is a spiritual law of life that we try to teach. Life shows us that we must teach people how to interact in both difficult and good situations. Even in good situations, any situation can be directed towards growth, but no one teaches this. No one talks about it. So what do we need? We need a school. We need a mentor. We need knowledge. We need books. We have been publishing books for the last 30 years. Why? So that after meetings with me, when you come home, you have the book that you have taken, your amulet, memories of your experience with the shaman, memories of the sessions. You play the videos, do the practices, and everything feels good. I see that you are so talented. My goodness, as I'm looking at you, all of you, you have so much energy, so much good energy. You simply need to learn how to direct it.
Yes, and last time I didn't have energy at all. Intuitive, I knew why, but didn't admit it to myself. You gave me strength to admit why, even if isn't painful to acknowledge, to take a step forward, to start acting.
I wish that many women on earth could understand what you have understood. And what is your message to women after all these events that you've experienced with us? The individual sessions, and you receive these beautiful, powerful, sacred objects of power, and more than one. What is your message?
The message is, don't be afraid. When I heard that you were sitting up there on the hill and your assistant said, "That's the shaman," I traced my very first reaction. My first emotion was fear. The assistant asked me, "Do you want to speak with the shaman?" And I said that normally I love things like this, but right now I feel fear. But my body said, yes, I really want to talk. And I wish for everyone to learn to listen to themselves, their intuition, their body. You helped me with that, helped me connect with myself and learn to listen to my inner voice, my intuition.
You told a very interesting thing about fear. I feel that it's my mission now to say that we do not need to be afraid of knowledge. We need to seek the kind of knowledge that will truly help us. If you should be afraid of something, it should be to live the same usual and boring life. Look at the people around you that are over 50 years old, those who did not use the opportunity to open their power of love before. This is why their life is so boring and uninteresting now. When you are still young and have power and energy, it is exactly the right time for your development. I am grateful to you that you did not let that fear stop the calling of your soul, the calling of your inner energy, the calling of spirits, of the ancestors, the calling of the powers which help. I feel that the ancestors want to help you a lot. You are living here. You are already Americans. Before this happened, you probably worried about this a lot. But now you worry about it less and less. These powers that help do not live in a specific homeland. The homeland of our ancestors is the highest power, God, universe. All of our ancestors are in this homeland. They are with God, in the world of angels, and they help you from there. When you experience such a duality that maybe I should listen to this fear, for nobody in my life ever told me that I needed to ask a shaman something, or that I should listen to the calling or the voice of my ancestors, telling me from heaven, "Dear Valeria, it is important for you to go there. What about fears? Go there. You will get help." Only a few times will they tell you this. Go, you really need this. As I am saying this now, the spirit of the wind is helping me. Another important thing to know is that you should practice with the people who would truly understand you, with like-minded people, women who are like you, who carry deep feeling, vibrant energy, intelligence, wisdom, and the interest to seek and to explore. They have the drive to search for something more, the curiosity to go deeper. This is why it's so important for you to gather with other women, to come together in a circle of love and support. In San Diego, it's important for you to have these gatherings regularly. We already have such a group in San Diego. Even spirits are confirming that such a group exists in your city. So let it be that you meet regularly, come together, support one another, and practice together. That's when a beautiful moment begins. Your shared energy creates a powerful and harmonious energetic field, and together you help each other.
I want to thank you once again for your gift, for dedicating this mission of life to helping others. It is very noble, very strong. I truly admire this, and I'm so grateful that our paths have crossed because you have helped me a lot. During these 2 days, a lot has shifted in me. Well, not exactly changed, but I have remembered myself.
One of our sessions was exactly for you to remember your power. Yes. May this feeling of good energy continue to flow through you. May this happiness keep growing in your life, reaching your children and your relationships. I will be truly happy to see you change and for your life to be filled with warmth, love, care, and support. You deserve to be cared for, to be happy, and to fully express yourself in your creativity and your work. May all of this be yours. Let it be so. Let it be so.
Let it be so. We will meet again here in United States.